Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the newbie PvP SAUL over in the Pyro Rumble game mode, and man, this guy's a beast. This guy's actually so good. Such a fantastic unit, and they are on track to making Sai great again. And if you guys have been around the channel, you guys have been noticing that Sai and Dex characters are just getting buffs and buffs and buffs and buffs, and PvP teams are definitely reaping the benefits for it. Now, SAUL works on both the Sai team as well as the Cerebral team. So in today's video, we're just focusing on the Sai team rather than the Cerebral team. If you guys want, let me know in the comment section below. I'll put together a showcase for the Cerebral team because, like, Cerebrals, they've been getting a lot of love as well. So SAUL is a Cerebral fighter. He goes on the Sai team, as I mentioned, because he is a Sai character, but again, he also goes on the Cerebral team. His passive increases HP, defense, and speed of both Sai and Cerebral characters by level 5. So whether you're a Cerebral or whether you're Sai, it doesn't matter. You are going to get that level 5 HP, defense, and speed. When taking damage, he increases the attack of Sai and Cerebral characters by level 2 up to 4 times. So he can give you a level 8 attack buff whenever taking damage. And this is very easy to do because SAUL's special on a 32-second cooldown is fairly high, but look, 30 seconds isn't the end of the world nowadays with all the CD reduction we can bring. He increases his own attack by level 7, he increases his own defense by level 3, he activates Provoke for 20 seconds, and enables a 2.5 times counter for 20 seconds as well. When his HP is below 60%, he deals 1.2 times his attack to all enemies that will ignore defense. This last line is massive. It's so freaking big. The guy just, doesn't die. He has so much defense that it's absolutely ridiculous. Plus, he brings a lot of bulk to the front lines. And something that Sai were always missing was like that benchy kind of output for damage at the back end. Well, now you have a lot of very good 20 cost units to go in the front. And when SAUL does something like this, it's kind of nuts. This is the defensive special right there. Like, absolutely wild. But now having a whole bunch of 20 cost units in the front means that you can bring a whole bunch of legends in the back. You can use stuff like Gear 5, 6+ on the bench. You can use something like Roger on the bench. You can use something like Shanks on the bench. Like, it doesn't really matter what you want to do. Like, you can just do it. Now that you've got Enel and SAUL, Rebecca Toy Soldier, Smoothie, all these 20 cost characters doing really, really good stuff in the front. But most of the time, I feel like you're probably going to use SAUL on the Sai team, and he basically just walks in. A big reason he works so well as well is he's not free spirit, which is really, really good. Sai needs to move away from the free spirit meta to actually be good again, in my opinion. With the release of Int Gear 5 and all of these free spirit nerfers like Robin Koala, I believe it's Boa, the not Kazuna Boa. All of these particular characters coming out are all just doing their best to just take down free spirits. And Sai, being so free spirit heavy, can be its worst enemy, especially when you look at going in against Gear 5 in the Grand Party game mode. Basically, if you just go up against Int Gear 5, you verse an Int team that has Gear 5 on it, you get hit by a massive burst ability, then all of a sudden you're then going to get hit by Gear 5, and you just lose all your characters to Force Out. Free Spirit being like basically the only characters that can get hit by Forced Out makes them very susceptible to actually getting absolutely demolished. So SAUL and Enel as well, just not being free spirit in the front lines, just opens the door to actually taking down the Int team, not only in Grand Party, but in PvP. In PvP, you have characters like Jin, which is great too, he's not a free spirit, but then you got characters like Sanji, who's great at taking out Int, but is still a free spirit character, so you want to try and build out the rest of the team with as little free spirit characters as possible. This isn't the case all the time, but seeing the resurgence of Enel being like a driven striker, and then having like Hina and some other striker characters you can use as well, just makes the team a little bit more reliable, like I said, when you are taking on that sort of Int variant. However, most of the time, you're going to try and put on a lot of these free spirit characters because they are very, very good. I'm not a huge fan of using something like Yamato and Odin anymore. I think they've seen their time, they've seen their day. Yamato just has that ability to obviously halve stats, which is still a really, really good mechanic, but then just misses the characters that she halve stats. Odin can literally miss everyone, however, he can still be an absolute demon with his action line and his damage, so I would understand why you would bring Odin. However, his main passive is for free spirit, so you'd want to then go back to utilizing those free spirit teams. The main free spirit characters that I like to bring still are 1 or 6+, he's an absolute beast with his 6+. Great at taking down driven and powerhouse teams. Really, really good at just giving you level 6 CD, plus the ability to remove half stats on your side, as well as do 3,500 fixed damage is very, very strong. And then utilizing the anniversary 9.5 Shanks. 9.5 Shanks, he's still an absolute weapon for the side team. Obviously, we got the release of the new Shanks, who you could easily just put on this team in the 9.5 anniversary Shanks' place. And then you're going to get like CD reduction, you're going to get a shield and stuff like that, which can definitely work very well because everyone on this team is either Slasher, Cerebral, or Driven. So you definitely can do that. But another really good character that still is showing their worth in PvP is Roger. Roger 6+ is just always popping up for me whenever I'm sort of looking for another reliable unit. And the reason I like Roger so much is not really for his damage, his fixed damage. It's more for his nerfing capabilities. He does level 10 speed reduction, and this might seem like whatever because it's speed, but Enel gives you so much speed for your team. And then when you contrast the difference of dropping the enemy's speed, increasing your speed, and just having your characters go at a much more reliable rate, just makes the team work really, really nice. Plus, in the last 40 seconds, he gives everyone a massive CD reduction, which is really, really good. And now you have the reliability of SAUL in the middle to just sort of tank shots, Enel buffing defense. You can hang around until that last sort of 40 seconds quite reliably, take a bunch of damage, and then use SAUL to reflect it. Obviously, Gear 5 still holds his worth. I dropped off Gear 5 a lot, but a big problem I was having with Gear 5 was that he's very slow. He takes a very long time to build up. He takes a very long time to do the damage he can. Plus, he has the ability to miss everyone with that 5,000 fixed damage. But then that one shot that goes through defense is kind of what kept him around for me. Plus, having him on the bench, especially when in Grand Party when going up against in Gear 5, has been really valuable because he can come in when the force mechanic sort of hits and then use that revive to sort of keep yourself alive to bring those characters back. For myself, I like to use him on the bench, mainly because my team isn't exactly the most free spirit-centric team. Utilizing SAUL, utilizing Enel means that if I had Gear 5 in the front, I'm not getting the full potential out of him, and I'd rather use him on the bench when, say, we lose 2 units, like SAUL or Enel, and have him come in and give that buff then. Sure, lots of people like to use Gear 5 in the front, and I definitely understand why, but nowadays, where I just sort of see my free spirit team going, I do like him a lot more on the bench. You could probably use Shanks on the bench. He has a really good passive in the last 50 seconds. That's another option for you guys. I know a lot of people like doing that. But another really good character, as mentioned earlier, for the side team is Sanji. Whenever going up against int team, Sanji is pretty much going to be that guy you have to bring. Him and or Gin, they're going to work exceptionally well. But the downside again to Sanji is that he is a free spirit character. So I decided to replace Roger here and use Sanji just purely in the instance of going up against something like S-Hawk, for example, and utilizing Sanji to just take out those real dangerous units really fast. And obviously with Enel reducing the cooldowns of slashes, you can actually do some really, really fun stuff here. Now, I didn't record it today, but I actually took on the meta slasher team, the one that I like to run anyway with... Well, not exactly the way I like to run it, but it's the Odin Dream Team, I believe they call it, with like Shanks, Zora Sanji, Wadja, and S-Hawk. I took it on, and I actually lost, and then I found another team that had a little bit less investment, but still very strong investment and still a very strong slasher team, and actually managed to take it down with Rebecca Toy Soldier in the front. This particular side team, obviously, or 2 of the units on this side team, were kind of designed to take down slashers initially, which is, actually funny to see that slashers are still one of the pinnacle teams in the game. So I really wanted to showcase what the Psy team could actually do. Teams that Psy do struggle against is strength. Strength has always been a killer of Psy. And honestly, with the damage output that Psy has, Dex can be a bit of an issue as well. But if you are looking for a good slasher killer or you are struggling against slashers, Psy is a team that can actually get it done. Not perfectly, and honestly not like super reliably, but they do have strengths at their disposal to actually take it down. And now with the addition of SAUL and all the defense he can do, plus all that goddamn damage, it does say that all enemies, but I think he hits a large range of enemies. I don't think he hits all enemies. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a large range, but with his counters, with his defense, with that damage he can provide, he's a great addition for any side team. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!